You so much for your time. Congratulations on returning to the franchise. First off, how do you feel?
Thank you, Manny. Oh my gosh, I feel super excited, super blessed that it's finally happening. Because for years we would be asked, is there going to be a reboot? Is there going to be a sequel? I love this show, and are you guys coming back? And we would fantasize about it and hope for it. And of course, we were all in it, hoping to have it happen. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be back, and I'm thrilled that the show is so good.
Now, it's interesting because you're the counterpart for this series, who's played by Mimi.
Mhm.
You really take a kind of an interesting approach because you guys are facing the same, not really problems, but issues with the fact that you're mortals. How was that for you being able to come back as a mentor also for her in the show?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love that Mimi's character is so well written and that Mimi's so awesome. So when Teresa comes back and she gets to really have a heart to heart with Giada, the character Mimi plays, and understand her and let her know that, I'm for you and you don't have to be perfect. And I know what it's like to be immortal in this crazy world. It's just really beautiful. Again, wonderful writing, another wonderful real layer that they give me as Teresa that I so appreciate. And it's the heart of our show is that awesome writing, not only the wonderful comedy, but also that love, that family bond of love no matter what. The Russo family motto is we have each other's back no matter what. And I think that that's very powerful for a lot of people. And I love getting to play that kind of love in a family.
Yeah, which actually really brings me to my next point is what did you think? Why do you think the Wizards of Waverly Place and now Wizards Beyond Waverly Place had such a special place in people's heart? Obviously, it's those family values.
Yeah.
So I will ask you, what was it like for you to step back on set and to be, specifically with the Davids, because you have, Jerry and Justin, uh,
Mhm.
and tell me a little bit about, your feelings of being back.
Oh, it's like I didn't skip a beat. Um, it had just even more to it, because it's a different season in our lives as Teresa and Jerry and Justin. He's now a dad on the show, and it was so cool to see him be a fatherly Justin. Um, it was so fun to play this new season in the Russo family life. And I think the secret to the show being such a beloved show is in the writing and in the casting, which is, when you hit the mark on those two things, it's a tremendous blessing because we really did have incredible writers on our original show, and the new show has great writers, and we really were grateful to have such a good cast. The kids, especially, were so talented from the get go. Selena, David, Jake, Jennifer, terrific, talented kids. And they wrote such incredible, funny situations for us to be in. And then, we really brought everything we had to it. And that love that bonded us no matter what. There was just nowhere we couldn't go. And it was a wonderful adventure. And I think that it spoke to so many people because of that. So getting to continue that and in a different season of these characters' lives was very exciting. I had a great time. I hope to do even more episodes as Abuelita Teresa, and I get to teach the kids traditions and babysit them and, understand that they're the parents now, Justin and Jada, but also have a say in what we think how the kids should be raised. All the wonderful things that come with being grandparents. And I also love in the new show that there are characters that aren't blood related, that are family. Billie and Winter, I love these little girls, these characters, as if they were my grandchildren. Um, and it was easy to do because they're lovely little actors. KO and Max are just wonderful actors. Their characters are so adorable. Again, a testament to the writing. So I'm having a great time, and I'm sure that the audiences are going to enjoy these upcoming episodes that I'm in.
Of course we do. We definitely do because for me, for example, Wizards of Waverly Place first came out when I was getting right out of high school, and so I was at a very different spot in my life versus now where I am also a father, where my mom is now an abuela, and
Oh,
so it's interesting to be able to have this franchise and be multi-generation and also
mhm.
see, like David as Jerry now as a dad. And so we can continue that journey with them in that same fun setting, but also share it with the next generation, which in my case is my daughter.
Oh my
What does that
gosh,
mean
that
for
is
you?
so cool.
Yeah, what does that mean for you to be able to have now multi generations of fans and then also have a studio that'll back you guys up to say yes, the Russos are, so important to us that we are also going to continue to tell their stories and continue to shine.
Oh, I think it's so cool, Manny, what you just shared. Your life is running parallel to the
Mm.
sequel. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome to me because we're speaking to you where you're at right now. And we spoke to you where you were at when you were a kid, well, high school, yeah, you're still a teenager. That is fascinating. I feel very grateful. That's how I feel to be able to be part of people's lives in such a positive way. That's actually very relatable.
Yeah.
And also, I spoke earlier when I was doing some interviews about being a Latin American mom, and how multidimensional I got to be, and they didn't put me in a box. Like so much of the writing in Hollywood on so many shows, they still don't understand that a Latin American person is just an American person, and letting us be everything that we are rather than being put in a two-dimensional box. So I love that Teresa just got to be an American mom who happened to be of Mexican heritage, and things were peppered with her heritage without it being um, stereotyped. So that's another element of the show that I love. Um, that we were treated as individuals and that we got to be this fun, zany family and everything that we are. And so I'm thrilled and grateful that there is so much support, so much desire from the fan base for the show to continue, and so much support, like you said, from Disney to make it happen. I know the audience has been asking for it for 10 years. So I'm very happy, grateful, appreciative, and thrilled that Selena, David, Gary, Scott, and Jed have created such an awesome sequel that the fans have been waiting for and that they can enjoy and that we can enjoy doing.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I've done a couple of other um interviews for other shows also that have returned from other networks. But there's something about that era between, the 2005, 2015 that made such amazing shows for families, for kids, and now they're coming back. What was it really, if you can give me a reason why that time was so good for family television, in particular for like 10, 12-year-old kids, but also for family shows.
Was that before the internet or just right when it was starting? No, it was
I think
after. It was
a little
after.
after, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but I'm grateful that it happened. Um, where there was still children's programming that incorporated family and kid life, but the family was not ignored or disrespected completely. They were sassy, that's for sure. The kids were sassy, but they loved us and they respected their parents. And so it was very relatable in that the kids were, kids, rebellious at times, mischievous, but there was love and respect. And like I said, the Russo family motto was we have each other's backs no matter what. And I think it's the love. It's the love that we had for each other that everybody aspires to have, that we all strive for, and that I think we, at many moments, really hit on. Uh, that sacrificial kind of love, like in the movie, the Wizard movie, when, Alex inadvertently wishes that Jerry and I never even met, and then their lives are like upside down, and they fight so hard for their parents to be in love and together again. The fact that they, had such a rivalry sometimes, but they loved and forgave each other and were there for each other, including with their, helping them with their love lives. Um, Alex Selena's character helping David with his vampire girlfriend woes, and David helping Selena with her werewolf. I mean, it was like absurd situations, but they dealt with it in such a realistic, I love you, my brother ways, and I love you, my sister ways, and I'll do anything for my kid kind of ways that parents have for their children amidst a crazy zany comedy. So I think, that special sauce of unconditional love, I think, and the way that we related to each other. And I think you get that with the individual actor and with the character that they portray and how they portray it. And our kids on our show, as well as the kids in the new sequel, are terrific and easy to play off of because they're so talented and it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time, and you can
Mhm.
really feel the love. I know I got to watch a couple of the episodes, and I was really happy to watch them and to kind of get back into it. So it was great. Maria, thank you so much for your time. It means a lot to me to get to speak with you for a few minutes. Thank you for your role. And as a Latino myself, I always appreciate roles where we're not stereotyped. We're just a family. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, and I hope to talk to you again.
Thank you so much, Manny.